Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Fans of Sister Wives have been waiting for the day when the patriarch of TLC's most polarizing polygamous family, Kody Brown, would finally be put in the most difficult spotlight yet. That day came when reunion host and fearless interviewer Suki Krishnan sat next to him in the hot seat. Suki, who is known for her calm but sharp delivery, has never been afraid to challenge Kody's evasive responses, his fiery temper, or his tendency to rewrite history. However, this time, she came prepared with some of the most pointed and shocking questions, which completely speechless the once confident polygamous father of 18. The energy in the room was tense. The cameras captured every twitch of Kody's jaw, every narrowing of his eyes, and every attempt he made to stall with his infamous hand gestures, but Suki wasn't letting him off the hook. Fans have lamented for years that Kody evades accountability, speaks over his wives, and conveniently twists the truth to portray himself as the victim. However, with Suki in charge, the narrative has turned around. This wasn't going to be a fluffy confession. Rather, it was a questioning that brought Kody's crumbling plural marriage, fractured family dynamics, and his own behavior that drove Mary, Christine, and Janelle away to the surface. Suki asked her top 5 questions one by one, and each one hit Kody harder than the last, chipping away at his decades-old facade of control. The first question that shook him was deceptively simple. "Kody, do you believe you treated all your wives equally?" A hush fell over the studio, and even Kody's usual bravado seemed to falter. He tried to start with his typical justification about spiritual callings and different levels of commitment, but Suki wasn't buying it, and neither were the viewers. She pressed him further, citing moments where Christine admitted she felt like scraps were left for her, where Janelle confessed she never felt truly chosen, and where Mary revealed she was emotionally abandoned years before Robin entered the family. As he struggled to find a word, Kody finally admitted, "Maybe I didn't treat them equally, but I tried." Fans couldn't believe what they were hearing, because even a small admission of failure was huge. The second inquiry was asked quickly. Why was Robin always given priority, even when your other wives begged for your attention and time? Kody reacted defensively as he leant forward, ranting about loyalty, respect, and how the other wives had betrayed him. However, his lengthy response only confirmed what many already knew. Robin was the preferred choice, the queen in his castle. Kody became enraged when Suki asked if Robin's tears influenced his decisions, and Suki didn't let his tirade get in the way of her. Fans could see the truth written all over his face, even if his lips refused to say it, and his silence afterward was deafening. The third question pierced even deeper. What do you say to your children who claim you abandoned them? Kody was unable to hide behind marital strife this time. Suki directly referenced Garrison, Gabriel, and even older children who've publicly expressed pain over their father's absence, and Kody sat stunned, gripping the armrest as if anchoring himself. He sputtered something about COVID protocols, but Suki immediately countered by pointing out that he spent that same time with Robin's kids, creating a double standard impossible to ignore. Tears welled in his eyes, but whether from guilt, frustration, or rage, fans couldn't tell. The fourth question, do you regret polygamy? Sliced right through his patriarchal defenses. For years, Kody has defended plural marriage as a calling from God, but here, in front of Suki, he hesitated. The silence stretched long enough for fans at home to gasp. His voice cracked as he finally spoke, "I don't know anymore." The most humane and heartbreaking thing the viewers had ever seen of him was that rare moment of doubt, which also revealed the shattered foundation of his entire identity. The fifth and final question was the knockout punch. If Robin left you tomorrow, who would you be? In the studio, you could hear a pin drop as a result of that once profound shock. His lips parted, but he said nothing. Kody Brown, the man who always had a defense and an explanation, was speechless for the first time. The camera zoomed in, capturing the haunted look in his eyes as the weight of the question sank in. Without Robin, without the wives he drove away, without the family he once controlled, who was he really? That existential blow wasn't just about marriage. It was about his entire sense of self. Kody swallowed hard because he was unable to provide Suki or the millions of viewers with the desired response. Suki sat back, letting the silence speak for itself. Suki Krishnan redefined the term tell-all at that very moment. Fans erupted online in praise of her for asking the questions that they had been screaming at their televisions for years. She held Kody accountable in a way that no one else had done before. The aftermath of the interview rippled across the Sister Wives universe. Christine's supporters cheered, Janelle's fans felt vindicated, Mary's followers nodded in bitter recognition, and even those who still sympathized with Robin couldn't deny the raw truth exposed under Suki's relentless questioning. The silence that Kody Brown left behind, once the patriarch untouchable, spoke louder than any defense he could muster. The man who built his image on control finally lost it under the unforgiving spotlight of Suki Krishnan's hot seat. And the top 5 questions that left him speechless will forever echo in the minds of Sister Wives fans. A reminder that even the strongest facades eventually crack when confronted with the truth. This wasn't just a tell-all. Rather, it was a turning point in the history of reality television. The events that transpired following Suki Krishnan's daring questions to Kody Brown are just as significant as the questions themselves. Once the cameras stopped rolling and the interview ended, a wave of reactions hit social media like a tidal storm, leaving the Sister Wives fandom buzzing in ways that hadn't been seen in years. Fans dissected every second of the hot seat exchange, replaying Kody's facial expressions, his long pauses, his defensive hand-waving, and most notably, his silence when Suki posed that final crushing question about his identity if Robin were no longer by his side. That silence quickly spread across platforms like Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, and YouTube commentary channels, making it louder than any shouting match. Viewers felt vindicated after years of watching Kody spin narratives, sidestep accountability, and portray himself as the victim of his wives' so-called betrayals. For once, he couldn't control the storyline and fans knew it. Many people compared the moment to iconic reunion showdowns from other franchises and called it historic reality TV. However, this wasn't about surface-level drama. Rather, it was about the breakdown of a 30-year family experiment and the unraveling of a man's identity. As fans praised Suki's courage, a new conversation emerged. How would Kody's family react to seeing him so exposed? Christine, who had previously admitted to feeling like scraps, reportedly felt a great sense of fulfillment as she observed him falter. For years, Christine had begged for validation, had tried to communicate her pain, and was often dismissed as overly emotional. Suki gave the impression that she had always been truthful when she made Kody face those facts. Janelle's fans pointed out that Kody's refusal to answer the children abandonment question echoed exactly what Janelle had been saying for years, that he prioritized one family unit over another, leaving gaps in the relationships with his other kids that may never heal. Mary was brought back into the spotlight as well. Her supporters noted that Kody's admission that he might not have treated all wives equally was essentially a long-delayed confirmation of what Mary had been hinting about since their spiritual divorce, that she had been emotionally discarded long before Christine or Janelle left.